Tracy Hudson. I'm a leadership specialist for DAZZLE, Delaware Academy for School Leadership, and today I'd like to talk about a book I recently read called Disrupting Poverty by Kathleen Budge and William H. Parrett. For many years, I was a reading specialist in a high poverty school. I continued to support this school and other schools that served high poverty populations when I became a district administrator. This book would have been an essential resource that I could have used to understand and improve practices for students living in poverty. Disrupting Poverty, 5 Powerful Classroom Practices was written to provide not only the information, background, and realistic strategies needed to disrupt poverty, but also questions, practices, and processes for personal reflection and ongoing collaboration with colleagues. Kathleen Budge and William Parrett draw upon decades of research and numerous classroom experiences to explain the facts and effects of poverty on their students. The authors share the authentic stories of teachers to magnify the 5 classroom practices discussed in the book that create a culture of successful high poverty schools. Many of these teachers grew up in poverty. The beginning of this book contains the background information which explains what poverty is and, more importantly, what it's not. It contains a reader self-inventory that can help us determine whether we have our own misconceptions about poverty and how it impacts students. Budge and Parrett explain the facts and ways to help teachers work with students who live in poverty. The authors ask 3 questions throughout the book. Who? What do we bring to the topic? How do we feel about the topic? What? What does the research say about this topic? And how? How do others deal with this topic? The authors also encourage readers to write a 100-word reflection and response to this prompt. How do you feel when students don't learn? And what you teach them? What do you do when this happens? This second part of the text describes the 5 ways to disrupt poverty. Each chapter probes deep into one component for disrupting poverty by answering the 3 questions, who, what, and how, and providing research-tested practices to implement in the classroom. The author discusses the 5 ways to disrupt poverty, which include building caring relationships, have high expectations with support, commitment to equity, professional accountability for learning, and courage and will to take action. To disrupt poverty, the classroom practices need to be in place to create a positive learning environment for our students. Disrupting Poverty provides teachers, administrators, coaches, and other educators with background information and practical tools needed to help students break free from the cycle of poverty. By reading this book, educators can study classroom-tested strategies and practices. There are also online templates and exercises that can be used for personal reflection or ongoing collaboration with colleagues through a book or district book talk. If you're a teacher, someone who supports teachers such as administrator, counselor, psychologist, or coach, or simply a person who advocates for all students, particularly those who live in poverty, this book will help you gain deeper insight into yourself, your values and beliefs, biases and blind spots, as well as prompt you to tap into the reasons you have chosen to do this work, and provide you with some strategies, examples, and possibilities from classrooms and schools across the country for disrupting poverty's unfavorable influence on lives and learning.
Thanks for checking out Dazzle Reads. What book or blog have you recently read that you recommend we check out next? Comment below. Learn more about Dazzle by visiting our website at www.dazzle.udel.edu or check us out on Twitter at @UD_Dazzle. See you next time.